How do you respond when family members ask why you're not married yet?
Such a common problem. So the root of the problem in these situations is that this is just rude. Meaning it's just impolite, even though it usually comes from a good place. People want to know what's going on, but really it's coming from their discomfort, usually, that they can't handle the fact that you're single. They're uncomfortable that you're single. And so now they kind of want to get in there and see, like, how can they help and fix? So they're not coming from a mean place. They're not evil. But what's actually happening is it's a violation, and that every person has an emotional space that is our emotional reality and space. So the first thing is that you don't need to feel guilty for protecting your space, your internal space. But I think what happens is people feel bad if they set a boundary and say something, right? Particularly certain cultures and demographics, they feel bad because they're so family oriented. And when we're so family oriented and we love our family so much, we kind of put the family above our own needs. And that's a very big problem because we want to be able to separate. In order to get married, you actually have to be an autonomous person and be separate, individuate, actualize, right? I'm sure Rodney knows all about this as a therapist. So the first step is to give yourself permission to be separate and to set boundaries. And that is just plain, normal, basic health, emotional health, psychological health. So now that someone's crossing your boundary, the appropriate thing is to gently set that boundary again. And now you need to do it with tact. You need to be sensitive. And we could come up with all sorts of fancy tricks and gymnastics about how to answer, but let's get to the root. The root is there is a plan. There is a plan for you. You are not forgotten. You're in a process of evolution and development. You have another soulmate walking around on the planet somewhere. So when someone looks at you and says, well, why aren't you married yet? Like as if you're doing something wrong and you've messed up and you're this or that. And you look at them straight in the eye and say, don't worry, God has a plan for me, just like there was for you. And you just sit there and hold the space and stay silent. It's like mic drop. The reason they don't say anything to you is because they can't say anything because there's nothing to say because it resonates as true. Yeah. So when you say don't worry, what you're saying is, oh, I know you're worried, but I'm not. And even if you secretly are worried, don't worry. Like in that moment, move into a state of certainty.